Hey folks, as you know, I like the hot weather, so I've been pretty happy. It's been hot. And we had a 32 degree day. I went out and enjoyed that. It was just beautiful. Problem was, it was 34 in my bedroom, so I had to turn off all my external hard drives so I don't have any failures. It seems anything over 32 is where they start to shut down and that, so rather than have any problems, I had to turn them off, which left me with not much to do. So I ended up doing my longest tour of the year. Stayed out as long as I could. Absolutely enjoyed that. I didn't see Reg that day, but Frank was sitting out on one of the benches. He was sitting in the shade. I stopped and talked to him for a while. And I found out that we have fireworks this year. Yay. Weather dependent, of course. Don't know what to expect right now, so that'll be July 1st. I believe that's a Friday night. It's fine. I kind of figured, because the fire department had their fish fry fundraiser, and they usually have a barbecue. I haven't seen any notice of that. I would contribute, but I get no money this year. If I have time at the end of this video, I'll explain, well, not explain, but I'll question what's going on with my money. So I can't contribute anyways, which really sucks. But it is on their sign. We do have fireworks at the park this year. So it's confirmed. So went for my tour. I come up to the park trail, and I kind of noticed before the fence where they're building the apartment building where the trailer park used to be, the fence has kind of moved inwards up the hill a little bit, so it kind of looks like they gave access to the trail so you can go through now, because it was completely blocked off at one point originally when they first started cutting the trees down and everything. So when I went up this time, I decided to check, and yeah, sure enough, I can get through. But I stopped and kind of pointed the camera at the construction area, and the fence kind of messed up the exposure. You can't really see it very well, but they are preparing to put the foundation in, and it looks like it's going to be one big long building. So they're not going to have several buildings in a semicircle type thing. It's just going to be one big building. So that's an update on that. So, well, I absolutely enjoyed it. I took a shirt with me. The only time I put it on is when I went into Dollarama and when I went into the post office. Other than that, I didn't have a shirt on that day. Just loved it. So later that night, 11 o'clock, it was still 28 degrees. Without my external hard drives running, there wasn't really a whole lot I could do anyway, so I decided to go for another night tour, a hot night tour. The hottest night that we've had so far. So I checked the radar, and there are storms approaching, because I knew we had storms coming, but they're pretty distant. I still got lots of time, so I think I'll move, no problem. So I come out to the garage here, and the monster's still charging with its 4-amp charger. So it's not fully charged yet. I went out, started doing my tour, stopped down at the dam. Yeah, I'm sitting down there in the dark, and I see this flash of light off to the east. I'm thinking, that can't be lightning, because our storms are approaching from the west, not the east. So I turned my data on, checked the radar, and right at the end of the animation, the last three or so frames, there's a little pop-up of rain. Apparently it was good enough to produce lightning, so that was just weird. This tiny little dot I wouldn't even pay attention to if I was checking the radar before I went out. That was kind of weird. So finished off my tour, came home, checking the radar again, and the storms that are coming towards us, it's going to be, I can't say early morning hours, more like late morning hours, mid morning hours, between 5 and 8-ish. So I was asleep by the time they got here, so I don't know if we got anything. I didn't hear anything. I didn't wake up to anything. No evidence that we even got rain, so they probably fizzled like everything else has been. But next day, I woke up. It's 28 degrees. Not quite as warm, but I'll take it. And I looked again, and I don't know if it was new storms or if they just took longer to get through, but the storms were actually starting after they passed us and heading off to the east. So we didn't get anything from that. But there were tornado watches and warnings associated with that storm, mostly Ottawa and Quebec area again. Those poor people. So I went out and did another nice day tour. Hopped down a dam again. And I look over and I see a bird I have never seen in my life. As soon as I saw it, I immediately knew what it was. I don't know what it's called. I've never seen one, but I've seen them in documentaries. I've seen them on TV. I wasn't sure what it was called, but it wasn't hard to find out or figure out because I just Googled what bird points its head straight up. That's what got me to it. Because they'll stand there and they're like, their necks are like straight up in the air and their beaks pointing upwards. I don't know if they do that for camouflage or if they're watching 360 degrees, I don't know. But I knew exactly what type of bird it was, I just didn't know what it was called. So it's a bittern, and judging by the pictures, I would say it's an American bittern. So I immediately turned back the scooter up. I was going to point the camera, and as soon as I did that, it just kind of flew off into the dam beside there. It surprised me it's not as big. I thought they were big birds. It's not as big as I expected. They're smaller than crows. Or magpies, if you have magpies. They're smaller than that. Maybe 2/3 the size. I'm actually surprised they were that small. But that's the first time seeing one of those. I had no idea. Until that was kind of cool. I just kind of wish I would have got it on video with its head sticking straight up like that. So, another nature first for me. I had a lot of firsts since I've been living here. A lot of things I haven't seen before. So, regarding the monster, I'm a little bit confused, but I'm other people that might have more experience in this. I'll ask you. So the first time I went with the daytime, and I went out for a night tour. Like I said, it was still charging; it wasn't fully charged yet. So I went out and did my night tour, and finished charging the monster when I got back. And next day when I went out, I went up that big hill, and I only lost 1 bar. And it stayed like that for most of the tour. I was coming back. I already did my out-of-town part. I was back in town. Took the long way in. And I was kind of going up, not a steep hill, but a constant uphill. And that's when I lost the second bar. So, my question is, when you get new batteries, you have to cycle them a few times, and I think, if I remember correctly, what did he tell me? A cycle is considered 80% discharge, and then a full recharge. You have to cycle them like that several times to give them their full capacity. So my question is, does that have to be done right away? Or, like I say, I couldn't do that right away because I had the batteries in the ES950, and there's no way I could stay out long enough to drain them in that machine. So they got used a little bit, and now that I'm able to actually drain them, does it work later on, or does that cycling have to start right at the very beginning? So am I getting a higher capacity now? Because that's how it seems. It seems like I'm getting further distance now. Of course, the weather's warmer, but it just seems to be lasting longer. So that's my question. Do they have to be cycled right at the very beginning? So, unfortunately, I noticed when I was out at night. You remember when I had the the monster apart, and I was showing you, actually when I first got the batteries, the tech guy pointed it out to me, that the plugs inside were corroded. Well, apparently that's an issue now, because neither of my side marker lights work, and that's what those plugs were for. They were for my side markers. So I noticed when I was out at night that one night that neither of them are working. So it's not a huge issue, but if it causes a fault, then, you know, if it's gonna put the monster in error mode, and I'm gonna have an issue. So I'm gonna have to take care of that. Isn't that good? So I'm gonna talk about, I have a little extra time, and it didn't take as long to talk about as I thought. So I am going to answer a question that I've been getting about my Cub Scout videos. And the question is, I don't remember exactly, but I'll paraphrase, why am I concentrating on specific kids in the video? Well, there are several reasons for that, and each reason will pertain to a specific video, because there's not one blanket excuse for the whole thing. So first of all, the videos are about Zach and Ken, so obviously, you know, I'm focusing on them mostly. And other videos, I will focus on specific kids that I know, like Jonathan, Noah, Brandon, Alex, you know. One specific video I was concentrating on Noah, and the reason for that is, you'll notice, no, you will notice, you may have noticed, that he wasn't in uniform. And the reason for that is because he lost his uniform. He lost everything, as a matter of fact, to a house fire. And that was his first day back in the Cubs. And you can actually hear Kenny in that video saying, hey, Noah's back. So that particular video I concentrated mostly on Noah. And other specific videos, a parent had asked me to get video of their child for them. So certain specific videos I will concentrate specifically on that child for that parent. And any other video that those don't cover, I go where the action is. As Zach and Ken are sitting trying to tie knots or something and everybody else is playing, I'm going to go with the ones that are playing because that's where the action is. So, like I say, it depends on the video. Any specific video, there's a specific reason. So that's why. That would be why. I hate that I have to keep answering those questions, but you know, it is what it is. So I don't know what's going on. I'm still getting the same amount of money, but it's not going as far. I can't figure it out. It's got nothing to do with price increases. I get a certain amount per month, and out of that, my rent, my monster loan payment, water bill, my cell phone bill, and internet bill. That's what I pay. Anything else other than that is free money, or not free money, but free range money. I can spend on whatever I want. I don't have as much left over anymore, and I can't figure out why. But my cell bill's the same. Well, it's, you know, it increased when I got the new phone, but it hasn't changed in the last few months. Monster loan payment hasn't changed. The internet bill has gone up a little bit because we're finished with the promo. That's only $20. The water bill's gone up. I think $20. We get billed every 2 months. It's gone up $20 for the 2 months. So it's gone up $10 per month. So that's only $30 increase. And I have no money left. I don't understand why. I have the same amount of money coming in. I have the same amount of money going out. I have less left over. I don't get it. I always have money to spend on food. I had maybe $80 total that I could use on everything. Actually, I made an Amazon purchase, my fanny pack and the new mouse, and a can of my chocolate drink mix. But that's normal. That's a normal purchase that I make every year or every month. You know, I buy something from Amazon. But I had probably $80 total left over after to spend on whatever. I gave Zach $30 for smokes. I forgot about that. $80 after that. So I don't understand, guys. I have my subscription expenses. I got $5 that comes off for Patreon. I have the $44 that I spend on my music licensing. My VPN, which is free this month, because I canceled early last month because I didn't want to have to make that payment this month. So they came back and gave me a free month, so I don't have to pay that. Amazon Prime, which is $10. Like, this is normal stuff. I always have money left over after all that. So I have two things left, I think, that I have to pay for, that I have to make sure I save money for, because it comes out of my account automatically. So I have very little money left, and I'm always, throughout the month, I put more money onto my TIM card, which I've done once, and I can't do it again. I don't understand what's happening. Like I say, it's got nothing to do with price increases. The only food that I've bought so far is my 10 cans of cat food. I bought a can of Pringles. That's it. That's all I bought as far as food goes. Foodstuffs. Food for me and the kitty cat. Like, I can't even buy him as treats. I got lots, but, you know, as I use them, I replace. I have 2 or 3 of each flavor. As I use one, I replace. So I've always got 3 on hand, just in case there's a time I can't get them. So it doesn't make any sense to me. So, I don't know, guys. So if I need to do something with the monster emergency-wise, I can't do it. So I'm confused. I just don't get it. So one more thing to talk about. It's kind of funny. It's kind of cute. It wasn't important. I just kind of saved it if I had enough time. I wasn't sure how long it was going to take to talk about everything, so if there was time I was going to talk, I will. I went out, I think it was the second hot day. I don't think it was the first one. I get up the Lower Wingham area. I come up to the stop sign, and there's 3 people there, 2 little kids. And one of them's chasing a little bird. So the pickup coming the other way, he just kind of stopped because the bird ran out onto the road and mother's freaking down. Watch it. So you come back, the bird's sitting there on the road. The pickup's sitting there waiting to see what's going to happen, whether it's safe to go or not. I'm sitting there waiting. And the pickup goes. The kid goes back out and he's able to pick up this bird. It's a baby robin. And he's so proud of himself for catching a bird. I know, I've been there. I've done that when I was a kid too. I kind of felt bad for the bird, but you can see in the background the mother's freaking out. She's there. And he's lucky she didn't attack him, because when I did it, I got attacked. And it was a robin. But I don't really feel too bad for the bird, because they took it home. They put it in a bucket or something. I'm not sure what it was. It's like a... I don't know, he called it a bucket. It looks like a fishnet, but it's not. I don't know how to explain. It's on a post, on a pole. But I didn't really feel too bad because that bird was way too young. I think it fell out of the nest. It was too young to be out of the nest, so it probably wouldn't have survived anyway. I don't know, maybe the mother would have fed it on the ground until a cat got to it or something. I don't know. I kind of felt bad, but at the same time, you know, the bird probably would have died anyways. But it just made me laugh. You know, he was so proud that he caught himself a bird. I know that feeling because I've been there. But like I say, he's just lucky he didn't get attacked. Because I got pecked on the back of the hand and it drew blood, so it hurt. Yeah, it really hurt. So that kind of stopped me from doing it again. So I don't know what I'm going to do today. I didn't even want to come out today. I just not feeling like going out. But I had to come out to make this video. It's super windy today. It's only 22, probably 23 now. It's 22 when I captured the screenshot. But it's super windy. We had doors slamming in the house earlier. It's calmed down a little bit since then, but it's nicer today. It's 29 in my bedroom, so my hard drives are back on. So I got stuff I got to catch up on now, which is probably why I don't feel like going out, because I know I've got so much I need to do inside now. I have to go out and enjoy the day. Tomorrow I think it's supposed to be in the teens. And then it warms up again. It just kind of evens off to like mid-20s for a while, according to the 14-day forecast anyway. We'll see what happens. I just want to go get some fresh air, enjoy the day, and just see what the day brings me, because I never know. I guess that's all I got. Can't think of anything else. If I keep talking, I'll start rambling, so I guess I'll end here. That's the update for Tuesday. Thanks for watching it.